News from the Able Library, Summer 2022. Director's Message. With the warmer weather, there are few things that are as relaxing and enjoyable as sitting outside with a good book. But summer is also a time for traveling and visiting friends and loved ones. Listening to audiobooks in the car or on a trip can be a great way to spend your travel time. The Able Library staff can help you pick out great books to read, whether you're sitting on your porch and enjoying the weather or taking a road trip to see friends and family. Call us to request books or get recommendations. While the Able Library staff attend outreach events to make people aware of the services we offer, we rely heavily on our patrons to spread the word as well. If you know someone who may be eligible for services, please let them know about the Able Library and encourage them to reach out to us. We are always glad to add new patrons and help folks get reading materials that best fit their preferred way of reading, whether it's audiobooks, Braille, or large print. Happy summer reading. Programs. Able Book Club. Join us for our Able Book Club that meets every other month on the third Wednesday from 2 to 3 p.m. We have 3 meetings left this year. July 20, 44 Scotland Street, DB 64303 by Alexander McCall Smith. Follows the episodic adventures of an eclectic group of residents of an Edinburgh apartment building. There's overbearing Irene and her precocious young son Bertie, 60-year-old widow Domenica, 20-year-old newcomer Pat, and handsome, self-absorbed surveyor Bruce, Pat's flatmate. At her new gallery job, Pat identifies an expensive portrait that subsequently disappears. 2005. September 21, The Vanishing Half, DB 099791 by Britt Bennett. Desiree Vignes and her daughter return home to Louisiana in 1968, 14 years after Desiree and her identical twin sister, Stella, ran away. The sisters ended up on different paths, and as Desiree struggles with the racial tensions of her hometown, Stella lives her life passing as white. Violence, strong language, and some descriptions of sex. Commercial audiobook, bestseller 2020. November 16, The Memoirs of Stockholm Sven, DB 105565, LP 105565, by Nathaniel Ian Miller. In 1916, Sven Ormsson leaves a restless life in Stockholm to seek adventure as a miner in Svalbard, an Arctic archipelago. When an avalanche nearly kills him, Sven flees even farther to an uninhabited fjord. Years into his routine isolation, an unlikely visitor arrives. Unrated commercial audiobook, 2021. To participate, please email lib.ablelibrary@vermont.gov or call 802-636-0020. We meet online via Microsoft Teams with an option to call in. Memorable Times Cafe. We are excited to be celebrating community with an in-person summer gathering at the Vermont Historical Society on July 20, 2022 from 1:30 to 3 p.m. We'll share music, friendly company, refreshments, and pleasant times. Barb Asen from the Central Vermont Council on Aging, CVCOA, will lead us in Ageless Grace activities, playing with seated movement and imagination paired with favorite songs. Memorable Times Cafe participants will get to see each other once again and welcome new friends. The Able Library staff will be on hand with resources for enjoying books in new ways. This is a dementia-friendly community activity open to all who are interested. Please register in advance by contacting Barb Asen at 802-476-2681 or basen@cvcoa.org. Summer Reading Program. Our summer reading program is in full swing. Any patron under the age of 18 who signs up for summer reading will get a free book in the format of their choice, as well as a packet of accessible activities to do over the summer. We sent out sign-up sheets to youth patrons in May. Please let us know if you still want to sign up. Updates. NLS launches Braille on Demand pilot project. As part of its Braille modernization initiative, the National Library Service, NLS, has launched the Braille on Demand pilot project. This project will allow active NLS patrons to request and receive one hard copy Braille title per month, which they can retain for their personal use. Braille titles will be limited to books that are currently available on BARD, the NLS Braille and Audio Reading Download Service. At this time, requests are limited to one book per patron per month. Only complete titles will be distributed. Requests for partial titles, for example, Volume 1 of a 3-volume book, will result in receiving the entire book. The form to request a Braille on-demand book can be found linked from https://www.surveymonkey.com/r/NLS Braille on Demand. Patrons may complete the form themselves or contact their network library for assistance. They may also contact NLS Reference at nlsref@loc.gov for assistance in completing the form. New NLS program. The Patron Engagement section at NLS has begun hosting events as part of their Patron Corner programming. Each quarterly program will provide an opportunity for patrons to learn more about various services directly from NLS staff. The program will be interactive, last for 1 hour, and have a designated topic of discussion. Please visit https://www.loc.gov/NLS/about/services/patron-corner/ or contact the Able Library for more information and the Zoom link. Community resource. The Vermont Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired, VABVI, is a nonprofit organization and is the only private agency to offer training, services, and support to visually impaired Vermonters. Their mission is to enable Vermonters, whether blind or visually impaired, to be more independent, to cultivate adaptive skills, and to improve their quality of life. Contact their main office at 1-800-639-5861 or 802-863-1358 or email them at general@vabvi.org. Book recommendations. What's new in audiobooks? The Sentence, DB 105798, LP 105798, 11 hours 51 minutes, by Louise Erdrich, read by Louise Erdrich. After her release from prison, Tookie takes a job at a Minneapolis bookstore. The store is haunted by the ghost of Flora, a former customer who had a habit of claiming Native American heritage. Tookie must solve the mystery of this haunting while Minneapolis endures a year of upheaval. Unrated commercial audiobook, 2021. How the One-Armed Sister Sweeps Her House, DB 106180, 8 hours 43 minutes, by Sherry Jones, read by Danielle Vitalis. In Baxter's Beach, Barbados, Lala's grandmother, Wilma, tells the story of the One-Armed Sister, a cautionary tale about girls who disobey their mothers. When she's grown, Lala marries Adon, a petty criminal whose thwarted burglary of one of the beach mansions sets off a chain of events with terrible consequences. Unrated commercial audiobook, 2021. The Orphan's Guilt, a Joe Gunther novel, DB 105455, LP 015908, 8 hours 9 minutes, by Archer Mayer, read by Tom Taylorson. When John Rust is arrested for drunk driving, an investigation into his past for mitigating circumstances leads to a homicide investigation. Joe Gunther and his team uncover a story of avarice, Betrayal and Vengeance Surrounding John Rust and His Brother as Children. Unrated Commercial Audiobook, 2020. The Stranger in the Lifeboat, DB 105576, 4 hours 56 minutes, by Mitch Albom, read by Mitch Albom. Adrift in a raft after a deadly ship explosion, 9 people struggle for survival. Short on water, food, and hope, they spot a man floating in the waves. When they pull him in, he claims to be the Lord and says he can only save them if they believe in him. Unrated Commercial Audiobook, Bestseller 2021. Those We Throw Away Are Diamonds, A Refugee's Search for Home, DB 106093, 12 hours 26 minutes, by Mondiant Dogon and Jenna Krajewski, read by Dominic Kaufman. The author, a Bagogwe Tutsi born in the Democratic Republic of Congo, recounts his experiences after being forced to flee his home for Rwanda when he was a child. Details life in the UN tent cities, his time as a child soldier, and his struggle to forge a better life. Unrated Commercial Audiobook, 2021. What's New in Large Print? The Coldest Case, LP 104928, DB 104928, by Martin Walker. After attending an exhibit on the facial reconstruction of an ancient skull, Bruno is determined to use the technology to help solve a 30-year-old cold case. But the murder victim's identity is only the beginning. Bruno discovers a suspect was declared dead, and Parisian bureaucrats become involved. The Book of Hope, A Survival Guide for Trying Times, LP 105482, DB 105482, by Jane Goodall. A renowned naturalist, in conversation with co-author Abrams, talks about the need for hope in dark times. She outlines her own 4 reasons she continues to have hope: the amazing human intellect, the resilience of nature, the power of young people, and the indomitable human spirit. French Braid, LP 14953, DB 107336, by Ann Tyler. The Garrett family falls apart over the decades. Beginning in 1959, Mercy would rather be creating art than keeping house for her husband, Robin. Their teenage daughters, Steady Alice and Boy Crazy Lily, could not have less in common. Their youngest, David, is intent on escaping his family's orbit for reasons none of them understands. Newsletter versions. How do you want to receive this newsletter? It is available through traditional mail as large print, through email, and as a digital cartridge. It is also available on our website, https://libraries.vermont.gov/able_library. If you would like us to change how you receive the Able Library newsletter, please let us know by calling 802-636-0020 or emailing lib.ablelibrary@vermont.gov. News from the Able Library is written and edited by staff of the Able Library at the Vermont Department of Libraries. It is available in large print through email and audio file upon request, or through our website. Library service hours, 7:45 a.m. to 4:30 p.m., Monday through Friday. Visits are by appointment only. Please call or email to schedule a visit. Website, https://libraries.vermont.gov/able_library. Email, lib.ablelibrary@vermont.gov. Phone, 802-636-0020 or toll free 800-479-1711. This recording has been narrated by Karen Gravlin using the recording equipment of the Able Library. End of News from the Able Library, Summer 2022.